Hi guys, I wish you were at school today. We're doing numbered heads together, so we're doing two-step inequality word problems. It costs $12 per day plus 12 cents per mile to rent a compact car. So that's $12 plus 12 cents per mile to rent a compact car. They have a budget of $50, so that tells me that they can't spend more than $50. So it has to be less than or equal to $50. How many miles can Mr. Garrison drive without going over his budget? So without going over, so that's why it's less than or equal to. So I'm going to subtract my 12, and I get 12.12 m is less than or equal to 38. I'm going to divide by 0.12. So my calculator, I'm doing 38 divided by 0.12, and I get m is less than or equal to 316 and 2/3 miles. So it would have to be B. Abby has $25. She plans on saving $10 a week. So that tells me where the variable is going. It shows she already has $25. How many weeks must she save to have at least? So that means at minimum. So she can have more than that, but she can't have less than that, $250. So I'm going to subtract the 25. So she has to save for 22.5 weeks or more. Peyton can spend $350 on a new gaming system and some games. The system costs $175, and each game costs $35. So each game tells me where the variable is going. She can't spend more than $350, so that has to be less than or equal to $350. So if I'm looking at my options, it says there's no sales tax, so I don't have to worry about that. So I know that it can't be D or C, so it's going to have to be B. Joseph wants to buy a tennis racket. The racket costs $85, and then each can of tennis balls costs $2.50. So each tells me that's where the variable is going. There's no sales tax. He has $125 to spend, so he can't spend more than that, so it has to be less than or equal to $125. How many cans of tennis balls can he buy? So it has to be less than or equal to. So we're going to go with B again. The chess club can have at most 36 members. So the most members it can have is 36. It can be equal to 36, but the most members it can have is 36. There are 3 times as many boys as girls in the chess club. So the girls, and there are 3 times as many boys as girls. All right, so we have our girls, and then we have 3 times as many, and that would be our boys right there. 3 times the girls would be the boys. So I know that it has to be less than or equal to, so it's B again. Man, B seems to be very popular. The art club has a goal to raise at least, so that's the minimum they can raise. So I can get 500, but I want to get more. So it says that by selling paintings to the student body for $15 each. So the $15 is where the variable's going. They have already spent $70 buying paint. So if I'm spending money, that's subtracting 70. Which inequality could be used to find the number of paintings the art club needs to sell? So again, that would be B. Lawrence has $50. He wants to buy some t-shirts that cost $12 each. So that each tells me where the variable's going. He also wants to have at least $10 left to buy lunch. So he has $50. He can't spend more than that. So he can spend less than or equal to $50. So I'm going to subtract that 10. Divide by 12. So I get 3. Oh, it's not equal to. That's a common error. So I know that it's going to be 3 and a little bit left over, right? So 40 divided by 12. 3.3 repeating. Okay, so it says, how many t-shirts can I buy and still have enough? He could buy 3 or fewer shirts. Yana needs at least $31.50 for art supplies. So she can have more than that, but she wants at least $31.50. It says she earns $3.50 per day as a dog walker. That per day tells me that's where the variable is going. Which graph represents the number of days she has to work? So I'm going to divide by 350. So 3150 divided by 350 is 8.8. So I know I've got to work at least 9 days. So, right? Did I divide that right? 3150 divided by 350. Yeah. Okay, so it's got to be greater than or equal to 9. So that would be B. Bruce is a singer who earns $250 to perform at a concert. After the show, he sells CDs for $12.50 each. So he gets $250 to perform plus $12.50 for the CDs, and that's each CD. He wants, how many CDs must he order, or how much must he sell to earn more than $500 total? So he wants to get more than, not equal to. He wants to be more than. So it's 250 divided by 1250 is 20. So I'm going to need an open dot on 20, and it's going to be greater than. Okay, a taxi service charges a $1.95 flat rate, so that's for just getting in the cab, plus 55 cents per mile. He only has $12 to spend, so he has to spend less than or equal to $12. So I'm going to subtract the $1.95. So 12 minus $1.95, I get 10.05. I'm going to divide by 55 cents. And I get M is less than or equal to 18.27. So I have to go less than or equal to 18 miles. Sally has $20.25 to spend at a store. She wants to buy a bottle of shampoo that costs $5.25. At the checkout, she sees nail polish. What is the number of nail polishes she could buy? So this has to be less than or equal to 20.25. So I'm going to subtract off my constant. So 15 divided by 325, and I get 4.6. Da, 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 da. So I can get, maybe I did something wrong. $15. Does it make sense? Nope, I did it right. Well, I can't include the 5, and I've only got 5s as options. So it's going to have to be A, because it's not going to be able to include the 5. It's going to have to be N is less than 5. Brad has $3 in his wallet, so that's the most he can spend. He wants to buy a drink for $1.60 plus 35-cent lollipops. What's the most number of lollipops he can buy? So $1.40 divided by 35 cents. So it's got to be less than or equal to 4. Admission to a school dance is $4. And then there's a picture booth, and each picture costs $1.50. So I know that that's where my variable is going. She has $10, so she can't spend more than $10, but she could spend up to $10. So that means it's going to be C. Each movie downloaded from a movie service is $1.99. So it tells me where my variable is going. If N represents the number of movie downloads, which inequality could be used to find the total number of movies a person can download using a $20 gift card. So that has to be less than or equal to 20. Brad has $75 in his savings account. Then he adds $25 every month. If he doesn't make any withdrawals, meaning he doesn't take any month, how long will it take him to save at least $200? So greater than or equal to 200. m is greater than or equal to 5. All right, a taxi company charges $2.20 flat rate plus 55 cents per mile. How many miles can he go for $11? So that's less than or equal to 11. So 11 minus 220 is $8.80 divided by 55 cents. We get 16. Rita bakes cakes to earn money. She spent $30 for supplies to make 15 cakes, which inequality shows how much Rita has to charge per cake to earn a profit of at least $150. So the lowest amount she'll take is $150. So $30. Oh, she spent that money. Hang on. So she has to make 15x minus the $30 she spent. So I got to make back the money I spent in supplies. So she needs to sell 12 or more cakes. Or each cake needs to be at least $12 or more dollars. Julie has $200 to plan a dance, so that's the most she can spend. One-time fee of $150 to reserve the room, and then $1.50 per person. What is the maximum number of people that can come to the dance? So 50 divided by $1.50. I get 33.3 repeating, but I'm not going to round up because it's got to be less than or equal to 33 people. I hope you have a great day. If there are any that you have questions about, just let me know. Bye.